Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet and welcome your home team.
All right, welcome to week 9 of the Batavia Colliders franchise. We're traveling to Fillmore, California to the GIMB house to take on the Tooz Town GIMB, who come into this game at 3-2-2. That's right, they have 2 ties. The Colliders are 5-2, trying to bounce back from a loss last week. And Brennan Vaughn will kick it off. Idris Hill to return. And he is brought down by Preston Mahan. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the GIMB. Their quarterback is Brennan Tushaus, and Ish Coleman gets the handoff. He's tackled by Jamel Walker, the left outside linebacker for your Batavia Colliders. 2nd and 8. Tushaus in the shotgun. He's changing the play. Back to pass, and he's got Javian Norris over the middle. Sean Arnold makes the tackle, but that's a 1st down for the GIMB. Brendan Tushaus has 6 touchdowns on the year, only 2 interceptions. Back to pass. This time he's got Rachel McAdams from the Notebook. Just kidding, that's Joshua McAdams. And that's a gain of 4. McAdams in motion and fakes to Coleman. And here's the pass to McAdams, and he is tackled by Jaquez Price. Another 1st down for the GIMB. They're moving the ball. Ish Coleman has a huge lane up the middle, and he is finally tackled by the free safety Elisha Wright. So the Tooz Town GIMB, don't let their record fool you. They've come to play today in their home stadium. Ish Coleman again, and that looks like it's Sherman Mosley on the tackle after a gain of 5. Coleman for a 1st down, and he's tackled by Santamuel Cheeseborough, the Colliders' #1 corner. They haven't forced a 3rd down yet. Here's the pass to Derek McCorkle. McBride with the tackle, helped out by Sean Arnold, and McCorkle is hurt on the play. Tushaus back to pass. Plenty of time. He's finally hit by Hardaway as he releases it, and Santamuel Cheeseborough nearly intercepts it. And now we've got a 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Can they get off? They cannot. Dump off to Ish Coleman, and he is finally tackled at the goal line by DeMarcus Coleman. No relation that I'm aware of. 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Coleman, and he goes into the end zone untouched. So the Tooz Town GIMB takes the opening kickoff, uses most of the 1st quarter, and marches all the way down the field for a touchdown. And this Colliders defense is struggling. Here's Chase Bars out of Syracuse with the PAT to put them up 7-0. Coleman has 28 yards on the drive, but also significant amount of receiving yards that got him down to the goal line. Kickoff goes to Brendan Polk. Polk returns it. He's near the 20, and he is tackled, and he is injured. Tell me if you've seen this before. All right. Brendan Polk just coming back from injury recently. He's been injured in most games, and oh my goodness, he is being carted off, folks. This looks like a significant injury. And so, doubtful that he'll be coming back in this one. The quarterback is Greg McLain, your starting quarterback who's been hurt for the whole season. And he's finally back, and he completes the corner route to Antoine Paradis. No other quarterback on this team can complete that route. So perhaps the Colliders have something to look forward to with McLain back on the field. And he is destroyed on his 2nd drop back by Tyshawn Gathers. Okay. Handoff fake, and it looks like Dondre Coleman just misses. He's beaten like a rented mule, and McLain is probably not too happy with him at the moment. Brendan Polk has a herniated disc. He will not be coming back for this one. He's probably going to miss more games than this one. And there's the running back, Jai Holiday, with his first carry of the game. He goes for 5, and that brings us to the end of the quarter, with the GIMB dominating most of it, and they're up 7-0. McLain back to pass, under pressure, and that one is nearly intercepted by Marcus Maxwell, bringing on Brennan Vaughn to punt. Punt is away, and fair cut inside the 20, so a nice punt there. And the GIMB will take over again. 1st and 10. Tushaus back to pass. He's going to throw it to Javian Norris, who's immediately tackled by Ramel McBride. Gain of just 1 there. It'll be 2nd and 9. McAdams in motion. And Tushaus with all kinds of time. And he finally throws it, and it is batted down, deflected by Javik O'Neal. But the pass rush is not getting home for the Colliders. 3rd and 9. Tushaus inside his 10. He's lofting it long. Coleman is there, but DeMarcus Coleman is beat. And Derek Robinson is on his way to the end zone. A huge passing touchdown. That's going to go for about 86 yards. And DeMarcus Coleman became the second corner because Ramel McBride was too slow. So they moved McBride to the slot. Coleman's got more speed, but it was not on display there. As you can see, Derek Robinson just kind of runs right by him. And just as he's doing that, Coleman looks back and mistimes it. And Derek Robinson is in for the touchdown. Chase Bars adds the extra point. And it's a 14-0 lead. So after last week, when the Colliders only scored a field goal, they're struggling here on offense once again, even with their starting quarterback, Greg McLain, back in the game. E.J. Foreman to return the kick, and he weaves slowly. He's got really no agility or acceleration. And it'll be 1st and 10. McLain changing the play, pointing to Paholdi. And he's under pressure. He throws it to Holiday, and Holiday drops it. He is separated from the ball on the tackle. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Holiday finds a little bit of room, bumping into his own guys. He's got 4 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 6. Let's see if they can convert. McLain back to pass. He's throwing long. That was for Perhodi, but it was deflected by the strong safety, A.J. Ritchie. And Brennan Vaughn has to punt again, and once again there's a fair catch. So the Colliders can't make a conversion, and they've gone 3 and out twice now. And this time Jaquez Price just pummels the quarterback before he can hand the ball off. So it looks like there's some confusion on the offensive line, and Jaquez Price just comes in unblocked. Number 60 is looking the wrong way there. That'll make it 2nd and 13 for Tushaus. He's in the gun, and back to pass. Again, lots of time. He completes it to Seifert, and the tackle is by Jaquez Price. That'll make it 3rd and 6. Tushaus, back to pass, no rush, throws to the sideline, and Centennial Cheeseborough is there to knock him out. And the Colliders finally get a stop here. Polk kicks it off. That's Jake Polk, no relation to Brendan. And, oh man, another muffed punt. Karma Fitzgerald is there, thankfully, to jump on it. Colliders just self-destructing today. Here's Tavares Mason for 8 yards across the middle. And that's a positive play, but he does not have very much speed or agility to make that a first down. Holiday breaks the tackle of Emmett Coles, and he gets a big gain. The defensive tackle bounces off of him on that play. That'll be 1st and 10. McLain back to pass under pressure. He's got the screen to Melquan Potts. Potts gets 8. He cannot make it to the first down marker, kind of the theme of this wide receiving core. McLain back to pass, and he's got Gillespie, who catches it in a crowd and then gets dropped, but they're just outside the red zone. 1st and 10. McLain to Holiday for 3 yards. He's dropped quickly. That'll make it 2nd and 7. McLain under center this time. Palmer in motion. And the handoff goes to Holiday, but he's got nowhere to run. He is stuffed for no gain. And that'll make it 3rd and 7. McLain passes to Holiday, and Holiday drops another one, bringing up 4th down. So Benton Cannon comes on for the field goal, and the Colliders get their first points of the game, but they're still down 11, 14-3. Kickoff goes to Idris Hill once again, and once again Preston Mahan tackles him. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the GIMB. Tushaus with lots of time, and that one goes nowhere. The ball must have slipped out of his hands. No receiver, no defender in the area, just the grass. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Ish Coleman, and he's tackled by the defensive tackle Sherman Mosley, bringing up 3rd and 8. Another handoff to Coleman, and he is tackled by Jaquez Price, and that's going to bring up a punting situation. So another good stop for this Colliders defense. Can they do something with it? Foreman holds it this time and brings it out to about the 40. So with 19 seconds left in the half, it's 1st and 10. McLain back to pass, and he's got Gillespie over the middle. They're in plus territory. They call timeout. 13 seconds left. Can they get into field goal range? McLain under pressure throws it, and it's intercepted by Marcus Maxwell. Antion Pahaldi chases him down with 7 seconds left. The GIMB have the ball. It's McLain's first interception, and that's a big turnover. No opportunity for points now before the half. The pressure was there. Parody cannot really separate. The ball's underthrown. And let's see what the GIMB do if they'll try to push the ball down the field. 7 seconds left. Tushaus is back to pass. Under pressure. Ball's in the air, and it is nearly intercepted by DeMarcus Coleman. But why intercept it when you can just bat it down? 2 seconds left. Tushaus will toss it up in the air. He tosses it up to the left, and DeMarcus Coleman bats it down. Almost caught on the deflection. But that'll take us to the half, where the GIMB are up 14-3, and the Colliders are struggling for the 2nd week in a row to move the ball. And here's Jacques Wilkerson getting his first action of the season. He's the 2nd kick returner now that Polk is out, and he gets about a 16-yard return. McLain under pressure throws a screen to Potts. Potts tries to make it through traffic and fails, but there's a gain of 7 there. 2nd and 3. And McLain is killed by Kilo Austin before he can hand it off to Holiday. That looks like the same play that Jaquez Price blew up on the other side. So 3rd and 7, and that one is almost picked off. And McLain has faced a lot of pressure. Vaughn on to punt. Kick is away, and Robinson, who had the touchdown, breaks the tackle of Montre Saint, but can't get past Javik O'Neal, who wrestles him down. All right, 1st and 10. Coleman is tackled right away by Jamel Walker. So 2nd and 11. Tushaus back to pass. He's going to the left. Only Colliders are there. And Elijah Wright intercepts the pass, and boy, did they need that one. So the Colliders get the ball back after punting, and they need to score a touchdown here. Holiday is stuffed behind the line by Emmett Coles. No broken tackle this time, and that'll make it 2nd and 11. McLain back to pass. He's got Potts to the right, who finds a little bit of room for a gain of 8. That'll make it 3rd and 3. McLain in the wishbone, or not the wishbone, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Holiday gets the handoff, and he gets 2 yards, but he's short, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Offense on the field. McLain's probably going to try to draw him off sides. And he actually runs it for 4 yards on the QB sneak. A nice little burst there for the 1st down, and that's going to hype up this Colliders offense. They get a new set of downs. 1st and 10, Holiday weaves through traffic, and he's got about 8 yards on the play to bring up 2nd and 2. Got 31 yards on the day. They need to get him the ball a little bit more, I think. Holiday up the middle, and he fails to convert. He's got 1. He's turned back by Tyshawn Gathers, and that's a stat that tells a story. 0 for 5 on 3rd down today. McLain back to pass. He's got Potts on the slant, and that will be their first 3rd down conversion. And that'll make it 1st and 10. They're still moving the ball. McLain drifting. He throws into double coverage for Gillespie, and that is batted down by Chai T. Westbrook. Thankfully not intercepted. McLain on the handoff. Holiday finds a little room after bumping into his offensive lineman, and he gets about 7 there. And that was the end of the 3rd quarter. So starting the 4th, McLain drops it down to Gillespie on 3rd and 3, and that's another 3rd down conversion, bringing up 1st and 10. McLain hands off to Holiday. Holiday gets about 5 as they approach the red zone. Ball's on the 22. McLain back to pass. He's got Mason open and he drops it in the end zone. Tavares Mason had it in his hands. It would have been a touchdown, but he drops the pass, and he's actually in there as slot receiver because he's got better hands than the other options. He's so slow. He's got like 74 speed, but he drops a big one there, and that may come back to haunt them. McLain drifting, and Parodi not really helping out, not moving with his quarterback. He does catch it, but only gains 1 yard. And it's 4th and 4. Cannon's going to hit the field goal attempt. And now they are within 8 points. So a touchdown and a 2-point conversion can tie it. But they really missed out on that Tavares Mason drop. Idris Hill brings it out of the end zone, and he's tackled by Ramel McBride. McBride's been pretty active on defense and tackling on special teams. Coleman finds some room up the middle. Jaquez Price trying to rip the ball out, but he's unsuccessful. 2nd and 5, Coleman again, and Sean Arnold gets him, but it's 3rd and 1. They're pretty close to the 1st down marker. They really need a stop here if they have a chance, if they want to have a chance to tie it up. 3rd and 1, Coleman gets it again, and Arnold can't get off the line in time. Elijah Wright makes the tackle, but the 1st down is achieved. Coleman again. They're just going to try to run this clock. He's tackled by Karma Fitzgerald. And now we're down to 2:36 left in the game. It'll be 2nd and 8. And it looks like Tooz is just going to keep running that clock as they try to wind it down towards the 2-minute warning. Colliders will holster their timeouts for the time being. And that's Sherman Mosley on the tackle. That'll bring us down to the 2-minute warning. So on 3rd and 7, 2 minutes left in the game, the Colliders desperately need a stop here, and they get it. That's Hardaway on the tackle. He stops Coleman short, and they use their first timeout. Foreman returning, and he fumbles the ball. It's recovered by the GIMB. What a disaster. But it looks like there'll be a booth review. And yeah, he's down, and then the ball comes out. Foreman doing his level best to throw this game away, but it looks like they'll get the call.
The ruling on the field is overturned.
And they do. The ruling on the field is overturned, so we've got 1:49 to drive the length of the field and score a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Passes up, and that one is batted down, intended for Tavares Mason. Not sure why McLain's giving him another chance. McLain again, and Gillespie, who's usually sure-handed, drops that one. And that's a big miss there. That would have been a first down, and now they're stuck on third down. McLain under pressure, throwing to the left. It's batted down by Chai-T Westbrook. And this is 4th and game. McLain back to pass. He's got Gillespie, and Gillespie drops it again. Uncharacteristic drops for Brad Gillespie, and that's going to be the game, folks. Unless there's a miracle that happens, no turnover. Sherman Mosley tackles him. They use their second timeout. 2nd and 8, and Tooz is coming out of the gun. Handoff, and Hardaway gets the tackle. They'll use their last timeout, and Tooz hands it to Coleman. He stopped right away after 1, but they'll wind this down. Sean Arnold with the tackle. They'll run the clock and then kick the field goal, and that will put it out of reach. So now the Colliders are down by 11 with just 40 seconds left. So Foreman, who's had his troubles returning the ball with Polk out, gets it to the 18. There's 38 seconds left to go 82 yards. And McLain is not going to do it. McLain gets sacked for a loss of 6. There's no timeouts. Gillespie is way down the field, so the clock is ticking away. And it's 2nd and 16, 22 seconds left. McLain pressured again, and he throws, almost intercepted, intended for Parodi. And now it'll be 3rd and 16 with just 19 seconds left. McLain back to pass. He's just going to toss it into a crowd. No one comes down with it. And with 12 seconds left, they're going to throw in the towel and punt it away. Maybe Amari Jenkins is just trying to make sure McLain doesn't get killed here at the end of the game. 7 seconds left. Victory formation, and that's going to do it, folks. The Colliders come in and only manage 2 field goals. Some missed opportunities, about 5 dropped passes in that game, including 1 in the end zone. Marcus Maxwell is your player of the game with the interception of McLain. And here's Derek Robinson with one of the big plays of the game. This was on 3rd and about 6. They could have maybe gotten them off the field if Coleman had more awareness and maybe just another step, but instead it's an 86-yard touchdown, and the Colliders were never really able to get back into it after that. So 17-6 is your final. The Colliders fall to 5-3, and Greg McLain's first start is not memorable. Holiday had 10 carries for 43 yards, and Potts was your leading receiver in terms of receptions. But if we go back to those wide receivers and take a look at the drops, those 2 by Gillespie were brutal, and the one by Mason was in the end zone. So 5 drops on the day. That was terrible. Defensively, we had Jaquez Price being pretty active. No sacks on the day. 1 interception by Elijah Wright, but they weren't really able to do anything with it. Cannon had 2 field goals, and the punter, once again, he's giving his leg a workout. Polk had 1 return before getting injured, and Foreman had a really tough time. 1 muffed punt, 1 almost fumble. It looks like Polk is going to miss 6 weeks with that herniated disc. So I didn't like the outcome, but hopefully you liked the video, so please indicate so by clicking that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see if the Colliders can stop this slide.